started with Florian, who is the founder of the project, and he was running an online business before 2008 for 5 years already, where he specialized in selling Polaroid film and Polaroid products. And when he learned that Impossible was about to shut down the film production, he wanted to do something against it, and he wanted to try to keep the film production running somehow. And he contacted Polaroid to see if there was any chance to prevent the stop of film production. But Polaroid was not really interested in keeping the business running, so they were not very cooperative. And the only thing he got was an invitation to the closing event at the factory in the Netherlands, where he met Andre Bosman, who was a production manager of Polaroid for several years. And they met there and they started talking, and it was from Andre that Florian learned that the machinery to produce instant film was still at the plant and still intact. And Andre, he learned from Florian that there was still a market and people out there that were interested in Polaroid film. So they decided together to do something to save instant film, and it was 2 days after the closing event that the demolishment of the factory was planned. So Andre, who was in charge of this, he stopped it and prevented the machines to come and demolish the whole place. And Florian, he raised money in the meantime to then buy the machines from Polaroid, and that's how the Impossible project got started. So we leased the whole the plant, one building of the plant, and we bought all the necessary production machinery from Polaroid. And then with a small team of former Polaroid employees, we started reinventing a new instant film. In fact, yes, we did, because when we were releasing our first new instant film, the original stock of Polaroid film was already very low, and 600 film actually for the popular 600 and SX70 cameras was already out of stock, so people were awaiting a new film. So yes.
Yeah.
What I can tell you now, we are now in 1 week we're going to release the first flash edition of our color film, which is reminiscent to the colors and tones of expired original Polaroid Time Zero film. So it's not that strong in colors as we are used to from Polaroid 600 film. But then in September, when we aim to release the main edition of the color film, this one proves to be very similar to 600 film. So the film that we're going to release now is kind of a preview of what is to come in terms of color film. Well, this was in fact just the first production runs now of the silver shade films. They had this inner and outer packaging, which we actually used just for terms of better storage and to prevent the film, because the materials inside were so sensitive that we had to protect them. And in fact, the outer packaging, it was just poorly cartoon or paper, which doesn't prove it's not harmful for the environment, and also it's made of recycled paper. So the thing that is not very environmental friendly about instant photography, and was also with Polaroid, is that each pack contains a battery that is thrown away after its usage, which is quite a waste. We are about to start a battery collecting program, so people can collect their batteries and resend them in return of some benefits, of course. And in the future we will find, and we will have to find a replacement for the batteries, because now we are working with the last few hundred thousands of batteries from Polaroid, but once they're used, we will find a new solution for the battery, which will not be as harmful as batteries currently are. Well, our opinion is we appreciate Polaroid's effort to return to their roots and try to promote analog instant photography more again, apart from specializing on digital products. And we would be happy and glad, of course, if they produce a new camera that will work with the classic integral instant film as we are producing it. So far they haven't really put anything on the market apart the rebranded Fuji camera, but we still have hopes that they will release an analog instant camera that will work with our film, and if they do so, we will produce a limited, specially branded film series for them to go with the camera. Yes, we have been thinking about this, and we actually already are building an Impossible collection, which you can also already view it on our homepage. There's a link saying collection, Impossible collection, and we started building it with the approximately 30 international photographers who got to test the really first films that we produced at the factory, and they were working on these materials, and we are featuring their works in the Impossible collection. And we aim to, of course, with every new film format that we release, we aim to cooperate closely with artists and collect their works, and therewith build a collection that shows the new flavor and possibilities of instant photography by Impossible. Well, regarding films, this week we're going to release monochrome film for image inspector cameras. Yes, so there's even more possibilities now to use Impossible film, and then of course the color film is ahead. And in 2011 we plan to start the development and hopefully in the end reproduction of 8x10" film format. That's the plan. And regarding camera, we have now started to carefully evaluate possibilities if it's really possible to build a brand new camera, which is something that we would very much like to do, to build a really high quality camera for professional photographers that allows them to enjoy our films and use them to the fullest. Thank you very much. We're very happy that you were here, and we are very happy that Polaroiders exists, and we look forward to fully cooperate in some way sometime with you, and that your users will like our film. I bring in the message.